One of the problems with a career in medicine is that it completely takes over. All of those hobbies and interests that got you into a great college and medical school get completely burned away in residency training, usually never to return. I think this is a problem, and it's one of the reasons why attending physicians sometimes look around and wake up a few years into their attending career and wonder, is this all that there is? At least that's how it was for me. About 2 years into my career as a urologic surgeon, I looked up and I didn't really recognize the life that I had anymore. I was working about 60 hours a week, I was driving and commuting another 10 hours a week on top of that, and sure, I had a family and young kids that were doing awesome, but it seemed like the balance in my life was just not what I really wanted it to be, not what I expected it to be when I started on this journey 15 or so years ago. So my answer was to just start indulging those hobbies, and I started investing in real estate and these things that really interested me while building towards financial freedom. But I have to say, it definitely took a toll, especially when I was full-time. It turns out there are so many hours in the week, and since I was working 50, 60 hours a week and doing the commuting, there just wasn't a ton of time to indulge those other interests. So I found myself answering emails to my contractor at midnight, and I was on the weekends, instead of hanging out with my kids like I had intended, I was managing this rapidly growing portfolio of real estate units. Now, the way I eventually solved for that is I went part-time. I do locum tenens urologic surgery now for about 1 week a month, and really that has allowed me to do everything I want, but honestly, it's not a perfect solution either. Even as I was building all these other awesome things and launching the real estate fund, I struggled with questions of identity and wondering if the world would be better served with me just staying in my lane as a surgeon and physician. I think the real problem is, for most people and most specialties, a career in medicine and all that it demands from you is just incompatible with working on all of these other things that you might be interested in. I'm not sure how we can resolve this, and I think going part-time or locum tenens is just one of many ways to deal with this, but I'm interested in your thoughts. I'm Dan the Darwinian Doctor. I'm a urologic surgeon, investor, and founder of Sirius Real Estate. Follow for more.